This is hip hop album debate. Let's get the conversation going. Ain't no time to waste. Yeah, the podcast that I know you've been wanting. They talking real hip hop. Got everybody talking. Let's go. Yeah, keep it 100 and stay true. Hosted by my homie Q. Tune in and come through. Yeah, this be the spot, the number one place all day. This is hip hop album debate. Let's go. Hey, yeah.
Most of your geniuses, man. Excuse me. Sometimes they so far ahead of themselves, man. Sometimes we don't get it right away.
Right.
You know, or you can look at Marvin Gaye, the What's Going On album. Now, once he hit the streets now, or hit the shelves, the fans got it. But his record label, Motown, they didn't want to fool with it because, you know, What's Going On is talking about, you know, consciousness. It's talking about the war in Vietnam, all that type of stuff, right? And but guess what? Barry Gordy at Motown, they want Marvin Gaye to talk about love. Let's talk about, you know, love and
right.
You know what I'm saying? Which was selling. This album came out in 1971. But Marvin Gaye said, no, I don't want to do that. You know? So he was like, he stuck to his guns, man. And Barry Gordy was, well, he actually said, hey, you know what? I'll ride my contract out if y'all don't put this album out. And so they went ahead and put it out. And then it turned out to be the game changer, What's Going On album. But his label didn't get it at the time. Nobody got it. Like, why you want to talk about this, man? Let's talk about love. You're a sex symbol. Everybody want to, if you're a man, you want to be like Marvin Gaye. If you're a woman, you want to be with Marvin Gaye.
Facts.
But he went against the grain, and that turned out to be a classic record.
Man, come on, man. Still to this day.
Right.
Yeah. And another thing, man, speaking of geniuses and stuff going over your head, it's this one line, man, from Andre 3000, man, that I didn't get till later. I don't even know what, I can't even remember what album was this on. I think it was on, what's the second album? I think it was on ATLN's.
ATL, yeah, that's the second. Yeah, that's the second one.
I think that was the second album.
Yeah.
He said, monkey wrenches was thrown like chairs King sit on. And I was young. I didn't even, it just went over my head. Like, you know, you throw a monkey wrench, but he said they was thrown like chairs King sit on. King sit on a throne. Man, hey, that blew my mind, man. That blew my mind.
So look, if he rapping about that, and they only album, they second album in. Second
album, man.
We didn't know because we were young. We ain't know no better. But if we would have knew better, we would have known, man. We don't got too many more good albums. If he talking like this, his second album, boy,
Facts,
time is winding down, man. We better enjoy this while we can. Before long, he just gonna be singing, man. Wait,
that's a fact, man. Yeah, my man just got so bored, man. He just played the flute now.
Right.
Just went outside Publix playing the flute.
Hey, I'm bothered.
I'm bothered, man.
Hey, he play the flute, keep smiling. He can keep on going.
Man, I had hope, man. I thought it was gonna be another Outcast. It's over with.
Oh man, it's a wrap. Told y'all boy that, man. Look, these geniuses, man. Like I said, look. Now, I did a debate a while back, a couple of years ago. I forgot how I worded it, but I was basically saying, how bad do we want a Outkast album? Because I'm like, man, I'm seeing, right, but at what expense? Because you look at Andre, we are like this before he started playing the flute. He just still singing. Right. Hey, now he playing the flute now. Hey, not piano, not keyboard. He ain't learning drums. Flute, man. The flute. Scarface learning
with the little air pop bag flute.
Right. That one.
I don't even know what to call that one.
Man, hey, neither do I. So it's like, man, we want an album bad, but it's like, man, you can clearly see that I don't think Andre can give us what we want, even because I'm knowing where he at, just based on other geniuses from the past. I guess that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a Rick Rubin interview he did, and he said it. He said it in songs too in the past. He his worst critic. You know, that's a lot of artists though. Me, you know, when I was rapping, he's such a perfectionist, man. Anybody, it could be the one. It could be a heckler say they don't like it. He might scratch. He might scrap the whole song.
See, so watch now. Watch this now. This is my opinion. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I think if we were to get something else, if Dre would have kept going, I think he would have been a Kanye. It would have been a lot of stuff we just not getting.
We didn't understand. Yeah,
right. Because again, look at the Love Below. I thought it was okay. I wasn't ready for it at the time because I bought an Outkast album. I mean, even though it was 2 albums, but I'm expecting you to rap. I'm expecting Stank on the AT Aliens. I wasn't expecting, ballads, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but I ain't gonna lie, man. I enjoyed that album. I don't know if it's because I'm just a huge Andre / Outkast fan, but man, I enjoyed everything they put out. I guess I was just happy to hear him.
Well, hold up. Let me say this. I didn't enjoy his album at the time the way I enjoy it now. Now I can go back and listen to it.
Right.
And
it
I can
aged
appreciate
well, man.
It aged well. It aged well. So I get it. It was so ahead of its time. Like a lot of stuff, man. I mean, like I said, the Marvin Gaye, even Prince. You know, we talk so much about Prince now, but Prince had some albums that was considered a flop then. Now it's a classic. People get it now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. People go back and listen to it, and it's like, oh wow, this is impressive. Marvin Gaye. Now, of course, you got Let's Get It. I mean, What's Going On, which was a classic. Once he hit the shelf, he had to fight with the record label. But Marvin Gaye had another album that people don't even talk about now called Hear My Dear. That album, he was going through a divorce with his wife. So a part of the divorce settlement, the judge awarded his wife, or his, soon to be ex-wife at the time, all the sales of his next album is gonna go to his wife.
Oh yeah, he just threw some shit out there.
So he was because initially he was like, you know what? Well, hell, she gonna get all the money anyway. So I'm just gonna whip up something real quick and get it over with. But then he was like, wait a minute, my fans deserve more than this. So I'm gonna give them, so he took his time with it, but everything was about either the divorce or it was about his new fling that he had at the time.
Okay.
So it was commercial failure at the time. But now guess what? Man, it's a classic. But they weren't saying that then. Because it was so ahead of its time. People didn't get it. That's Andre. That's Kanye.
Yeah.
That's
I might need
10
more years on that Yeezus and go back and
man, you may need 20, boy. They use.
Hey, yeah.